Yo, what's up guys? MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series controller Build-A-Figure Wave. Here we have Marvel's Speedball, a member of the New Warriors. So we have a few other members of the New Warriors that have released. So I will show those figures with this guy. This one was first reviewed by none other than Toy Bro. So link in the video description below to his YouTube video where he actually got to do the first reveal. He was very excited. For me, this one, there's not a whole lot to it for me. Like, it sucks seeing all the empty space in the package because there are no accessories. Now, what kind of accessories would he have even come with? I don't know. Extra hands, possibly, because look at the artwork. His hands are all open, right? That would have been really cool, but it just sucks to see the empty packaging. But I know that in a lot of cases that ends up happening, or the way they could do the Build-A-Figure piece, it kind of hides it a little bit. But with the torso piece having to be lowered, it just kind of, it sucks seeing that emptiness. We just get a plain Marvel logo there in the front controller Build-A-Figure Wave on the top corner there. And then here we have the artwork of Speedball. Looking at the back of the package, you get a better look at it. The bio reads, when Robbie Baldwin is exposed to an extra dimensional energy source, he becomes Speedball, able to project a kinetic energy field, allowing him to bounce like a super-powered rubber ball. That's a pretty interesting superpower. Here we have the controller Build-A-Figure and then all the figures in the wave. So I reviewed Iron Man last, now we're on Speedball. Those are the only two figures of the wave that I have so far. The UK has gotten the wave. I think Canada, I think they've just recently got Thor. But in the US, Big Bad Toy Store seems to be the only retailer to have gotten any of the figures, and it was just Iron Man and Speedball. But let's just get right to it and check out the figure. Okay, so here's the Speedball figure out of the package. I thought I would get it into some kind of pose that I just Google searched, image searched Speedball, and he's kind of in a pose like this. One thing they could have done for accessories, if they had like some rainbow colored balls effect piece of like him jumping or something, that would have been cool. But other than that, I think interchangeable hands would have been nice. He comes with the torso Build-A-Figure piece for controller. Now, one thing that's weird about this is the shading that they did, which Hasbro's been doing a lot better in the shading, but I feel like on this that they've kind of gone backwards. Like, you see the shading and it just looks like, oh, just slap some paint right there, and it doesn't feel like it's shaded like correctly. It just seems too heavy and just doesn't like fade in, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, they do like an overspray type thing where it fades into the blue, like it goes lightly and then darker, but it's just kind of dark and then stops. It just looks a little funny in my opinion. We'll see with the finished figure whenever that comes, but so far this is the only Build-A-Figure piece that I have, so we'll have to wait and see until I get the other figures in. Who knows when they'll start hitting any kind of stores or retailers here in the US. Hopefully some other retailers or GameStop or somebody will be able to have it shortly, or places like toysnowman.com or something in Canada, since again Thor, it looks like Thor is in Canada, so maybe the rest of the wave isn't far behind, but we'll see. But anyway, let's get Speedball off the stand. Let's take a closer look at him. Okay, so here's an up-close look at Speedball. So they do a couple of things really nice on this figure. Not a whole lot to it. This is the Spider-Man 2099 body mold with the butterfly joints and everything like that. But again, no accessories, so it kind of sucks. But they do a couple of things really nice on this figure. So first, the head sculpt. The head sculpt is awesome. Look at the goggles. You can actually see his eyes through those lenses. So it's not something that's going to remove or anything like that. But you could clearly see the eyes in there, and I think that looks really damn good. Now, he also does have the digital face print for the lips, so it actually gives it a very natural look. It doesn't look odd or anything like that, so I could really appreciate that. That is cool. The hair is sculpted nicely. I like the way it looks. It's got a nice shading in it right there, so brown over the yellowish blonde color of the hair to really make it look realistic and get it to stand out, and you can see all the different the texture in the hair strands. And then next is the paint. So the design of his suit with all these circles throughout, so you get brown circles and then just kind of open circles, brown outline all throughout, and it is all cleanly done. Like, looking at the neck, right, looks very clean, no issues there. Looking at the arms, looking very good. Mine right here, I got some black paint or something going on over there, so it looks like the forearm is molded in the yellow plastic color, the blue's painted, the black's painted, and then of course the brown circles are all painted. But it's all applied quite nicely along the belt as well, his waist. That all looks pretty good. Looking at the other forearm and arm, looking really good. No issues there. And then the boots, all looking very clean. See? It all looks really good. Now, not a whole lot else going on. As you can see, it's just a blue color. They didn't do any kind of shading or anything like that. But the design, the brown circles, the dots and circles, all looks very clean. And that head sculpt, again, that looks really good. I like the way that looks. Pretty cool. So now let's see his articulation. Okay, Speedball's articulation, he can look down all the way, which is great. He can look up all the way as well. Full rotation, of course. A little bit of neck pivot, not a whole lot. Shoulder, you can get to go basically straight out, kind of down. That's actually, can't really force that one a whole lot. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So you can get the arm to go straight out. Full rotation at the shoulder, of course, and then there is the butterfly joint, so you can get the arm back crazy amount. And then crossbody, you get a little bit. It's not as good, but you can get some in there. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. With that much bend there. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge. Both of them are fists. Ab crunch, so we get a crunch forward that much, not too shabby. Crunch back that much, not too bad. Waist swivel in there. Legs go out that far apart, which is pretty good. Kick forward, very high. Back ever so slightly. Upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee, like so. And there is a calf swivel right at that boot line. There. Foot hinges all the way down. See how much hinge up? A little bit. Ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So pretty good. And then this one doesn't seem as wobbly as my Havoc figure, I think. The legs are definitely much better on this one than my Havoc figure from the Bone Breaker Build-A-Figure Wave. It's the same body mold, but sometimes they just kind of come out weird. So it's those random QC issues, but this one actually works out really well. Okay, here's Speedball next to the other figure in the wave that I've reviewed. This is the Iron Man Armor Model 70. Iron Man did not come with the Build-A-Figure piece, so he could be one that you would skip if you're looking to just build controller. But it's a really damn good Iron Man figure, so you know, don't really miss out on that one. But let's check out the new Warriors. Okay, so we have Night Thrasher, Speedball, Firestar, and Nova. Not quite the exact Nova from the new Warriors, different suit or different look. Night Thrasher, man, this figure is funky. Like, I didn't really, at the time, I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of cool. I like the way the shiny black and stuff. But man, what a hodgepodge of different pieces working together to give it an oddly shaped figure. Like, it's just kind of weird looking at it. Like, more and more, it's kind of funky. It's got like Bucky Cap upper legs, and it's got the Taskmaster lower legs and arms and stuff. It's just, God, it's a really weird one that I can't get to quite stand. But here we have 4 members of the new Warriors. I think there's a couple of them that would still need to be included to have that full original team. I think Namorita and then someone else off the top of my head, I can't remember it. But here we have somewhat of the new Warriors. So for all you Speedball fans, new Warriors fans, I think this is a great one. It could be a very easy pass for a lot of folks, especially like Controller. Like if you don't know who Controller is, like me, you know, the whole wave almost could be a pass because it's another Thor, it's another Iron Man. Blue Marvel's cool. We had Madam Hydra before, even though that one really sucks. Quake is a good one that I don't think anybody should pass on. But, you know, it's just kind of one of those things. Speedball, you know, it's nice to get additional characters out there. It gets a little bit closer to completing a team, which is always, you know, a big plus for collectors out there. But anyway, you guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of this Speedball figure? Are you picking it up? Are you passing? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.